Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to a little warmer evening than we have had. Weather's getting a little bit warmer. It may get colder. Certainly good to have some cool air before things warm up for spring and summer. First day of August, so another month of winter. Not that it ever gets too cold here. So let's settle into our evening with our meditation and also welcoming those that are joining us online through the streaming. So having arrived physically into this space, also bringing the mind mentally into this space, more consciously arriving into the moment as we use this time for cultivating the quality of our mind through the activity of meditation. Meditation, the practice of being present in a calm, objective, receptive, attentive way, developing a now knowing awareness, and particularly exercising and strengthening our awareness through noticing the soothing, naturally occurring sensation of our breath, which is always only happening in the present. Developing mental collectedness, mental composure, concentration or unification of mind, allowing deep peace and presence. Moving on to then clarity, understanding, insight, and freedom. So with our eyes gently closed, bringing our awareness within and having our initial deep, relaxing, letting go breath. Using that outgoing breath to carry away any stress, tension that may have been building in our body over the happening of this day, the happening of the week so far. Breathing out, relaxing, releasing, letting go. Moving the mind beyond the ways of the world, the issues and concerns of self, and even the activity of needing to think about this or that. Letting those things go as we move into this possibility of some inner stillness, silence, spaciousness. And before bringing mindful focus to our breath, just relaxing awareness down into the body. It's a platform for awareness, experience, knowing the body, mindfulness of the body, feeling grounded, settled, centered, present. Noticing some contact sensations, such as our feet connecting with the floor, sensation of feet. Feeling our body connecting with the chair, the cushion or the meditation stool, sensing that, feeling that point of mindful knowing. Bringing awareness up to our hands and fingers, resting in our lap, making sure they feel comfortable, adjusting them if we need to, sensing and feeling the positioning of our hands and fingers. Bringing our awareness up further to our face, noticing our face, maybe even feeling the air against our face. Noticing also some degree of light coming in through the closed eyelids. Even looking into that lightness, brightness, blankness through the closed eyelids. Forward focused gaze into the space in front through the closed eyelids. Not being distracted by any background sounds, and particularly not getting caught into the internal mental sight or sound of thoughts, giving our mind a break from the need to engage into thought and thinking, rather using our mind to focus attention in the present through connecting with each soothing therapeutic breath. Directing attention, sustaining attention, particularly feeling the breath, maybe at the nose or nostril area. Just the regular, normal breath, feeling the inflow, outflow of each breath, whilst also looking into that lightness, brightness through the closed eyelids, using the support of a mental meditative word or two in our mind in conjunction with each in-out breath, if we find that helpful. Such words as calm on the in-breath, ease on the out-breath. Exercising attention, developing focus, leading to collectedness, concentration, and inner calm ease. Please help yourself to some tea biscuits at the back. CJ, if you want to be on my email newsletter list, there's a list at the back there where you can put your details. Following on from last Thursday, where we reflected upon the Sunday retreat day, which happened just before that, the beginning of the Vasa retreat, the 3-month period, where a time of more focus, more attention to mindfulness, meditation, study, learning, wisdom, principles, practices. A 3-month retreat, 12 weeks, full moon of July through to the full moon of October. And as mentioned, is one of the oldest ongoing retreats that I certainly know of in the history of humanity. So every year without fail for the last 2,600 years, having that period of time for retreat, and certainly a special time for Buddhist monastics that determine to stay in one place, which may be a monastery, maybe a temple, maybe a retreat center, or just a suitable place for those 3 months to focus on developing, deepening their meditation practice. So we've taken up that possibility for ourselves as a non-residential retreat period. And so many of you here this evening were also on the Vasa retreat. And there's people that weren't able to make it for the first Sunday, the one of 4 sessions, but it's a block of time where we can be more focused on growing within, developing the quality of our mind, consciousness, particularly with the activity of meditation. So it's now 11 days into that period. So slowly sort of moving into it, and hopefully if yourself sort of feeling like you're getting into a bit more of a routine with some of the things that are wholesome, healthy practices. So an important period to generate good effort, good intention, and make the most of this block of time. And in this time, we're certainly in good company, given that throughout the world, not just in Asia, but throughout the world, particularly Buddhist monks and nuns are also doing their meditation practice in a more conscientious, focused way, as well as studying and learning. So it's like the world has a better energetic feel at this time. If one could sort of maybe have some type of apparatus to measure the waves, the energetic waves, the waves of calm and clarity and goodwill, then maybe we'd find that at this time of year, full moon of July to October, there's a extra special sort of feel or vibrancy that's occurring. And so we're part of that, being in that block of time and putting in good effort with meditation. And certainly some of the monastics that I connect with, I mentioned to them that we're doing this Vassa retreat as we have done in the past. They were very supportive and felt that that's a really good thing to be doing. Again, so one doesn't need to be a Buddhist monk or nun in a monastery to observe this period of time for practice. It's like it's something which we're doing for ourselves. So it's a inner growth, inner work. So it's a individual retreat, but at the same time, it's a collective retreat as well. So a sense of community in that, the community of us that are doing it here, but also the larger community as well. And even that sense of community, com meaning with, unity, sense of unifying, so coming together, a community, a unifying force of benevolence, of goodness, of wholesome activity. A bit like the word for the Buddhist word Sangha, which generally translates as group or community. So the prefix sa means together. Anga means like elements. So an element, a something. So sangha is a collecting of the elements, sense of community, sort of unifying, come together, becoming more whole. Interesting as well, the word sanya. Sanya is one of the 5 aggregates that make up a human being according to Buddhist psychology. So there's the rupa aggregate, rupa khanda, body, vedana khanda, which is feelings, sanya khanda, which is translated as perception or memory, sankhara, which is thinking, mental phenomena, and then also vijnana khanda, which is consciousness. So these 5 elements come together as a human being. But the word sanya, again, it's got that sa, meaning together, connecting, and nya. The word nya is basically means knowledge or information. So the connecting of information is what then is translated as memory, to be able to remember something, to connect to knowledge and information of the past, or the sense of sanya as perception. So being able to experience something, but there's still a memory that, oh, that is a camera or that is a clock. So not just awareness, but the knowledge and connecting to information or a template of what something is. So that sense of connecting, communing, being part of something beyond oneself is really, really important. And even we can consider, well, it's not just group of people meditating together. It's also the connection that we have with people that we live with, love with, work with, connect with as a group as well. And particularly at this time of year, to be extra attentive to how we are connecting, how we are communicating, how we are relating, and even to make as a particular theme or focus for the week or for the month or for the 3-month period, a sense of, okay, more conscious connections, conscious relationships, a bit more mindful in how I am relating and being, particularly with people that are close to me. And certainly in the work that I do as a psychologist, I see there's an increasing incidence of issues in relationships. And I think this is there's a number of reasons for this, but I think just as a society, as a humanity, we've become increasingly busy, increasing stress, increasing complexities of modern life, the confusions that can bring, the stresses that can bring, and it goes on to affect how people are connecting and relating to people that they've maybe even made a commitment to. We are partners, we are married, we are here, we're a family, and often the stress comes out and really affects everyone that's within that collective. And so I'm finding that there's an increasing number of people that are presenting for support in that. And it's like that it's not just about how they're relating, it's because of the stress that they're experiencing. So it's like we have to get upskilled to be able to deal with the challenges of life in the 21st century with its various complexities. And so also putting extra work into how we are relating and connecting so that we can support ourselves and the other person and the quality of the relationship as well. So that if we're more mindful of our relating, it certainly helps and protects us, helps and protects the other person, helps and protects the relationship, helps and protects the sort of the whole into the wider community as well. And I've come up with three things that can be really important to be reminded of and to use in how we connect and how we relate to others to enhance the quality of our connecting in relationships, which can be used for certainly the intrapersonal relationship, how we're relating, connecting to ourselves, then also the interpersonal relationship with others, particularly at home, if we're relating with someone else, a partner, a child, parent, and then also into the work environment as well. So these three things, I call them the KPA. They're not KPI, KPA. I mentioned KPI to someone, or KPI, and I said, oh, no, I had enough of KPIs. So KPA, and so it's an acronym for, the first one is kindness. The fundamental element for any worthwhile relationship is kindness. If you don't want the relationship to last, don't be kind. So a measure of the quality and the sustainability of the relationship is the degree of kindness that's there. And it's strange that we can be kind to strangers, kind to the person in the street, but when we come home, we forget about being kind. We can say and do things that are not so kind, not so sort of in line with what is mindful and conscious relationship and considering the other person, as if we sort of take the other person for granted, as if they've got rubber skin or they're invulnerable. But everyone's stressed, everyone's tired, everyone sort of feels overwhelmed, and so we have to be extra kind, and even making it as a bit of a practice. Can I be extra kind to the people that I spend time with and connect with? And it includes kind thoughts towards them and about them, kind speech, kindly speech, and kind actions. So mind, speech, and body, very, 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 very important. So the sense of kindness is a really integral element of wholesome, skillful, healthy relationships. The next element, P, what could that stand for? Patience. Yes, yes. So again, even if our patience are being tried or challenged, it's like, okay, great. I get to exercise and strengthen, enhance my ability to be patient. Patient as a wonderful quality, a wonderful virtue. And in a way, it's kind to be patient. And by being patient, we are expressing kindness as opposed to being impatient and reactive and getting annoyed and getting frustrated. So patience is also an expression of kindness, and we can strengthen and grow our quality of patience, which includes being patient with ourselves, and again, often in really close, loving, intimate relationships, they're often the dynamic where we're not so patient because we expect or want, and we say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing in terms of being impatient, and it has consequences, not just for the other person, but for us as well. So patience as a virtue and an important quality to strengthen. It's like exercising with weights. The more we exercise, the stronger we get, the more we're able to hold and support heavier weights. It's like we grow that patience muscle. And so we're less likely to be sort of strung out, stressed out, overwhelmed, reactive, and damaging relationships. And then the third element, A, what could that be for? KPA?
Awareness.
Awareness, that's good. That's sort of, it's not awareness, but that's an important element as well. Especially in the context of relationships. And I hear this a lot. People make the complaint that they're not experiencing
attention.
Yes, but even a bit more specific, awareness, attention, a bit more heart involved.
Appreciation.
Appreciation, yes, yes. You could also use affection, but affection's a bit more with people that are close to us, but appreciation. Appreciation, people like say, oh, she doesn't appreciate me, or he doesn't appreciate me, or they don't appreciate the work that I do, or how much I put into this, or what I have to put up with. And so when there's a lack or lessening of appreciation, people feel that they're taken for granted. And it's like when we express appreciation towards another person, it's a gift. It's like it's heart food. People feel good. Oh, thank you. There, I'm acknowledged. People are aware that I'm there, aware of what I've done. People are attentive to seeing that I've done this, or I go out of my way for this, and then the expression of the appreciation. It's like it was worth having to do that, or deal with that, or put up with that, or go out of my way for that. It's like, wow, it's the thanks. It's basically thankfulness, or like gratitude, or thankful awareness. So the sense of nourishing one's being. And it's like when we appreciate someone, it's not just appreciating what you did, but it's also I appreciate you for what you did, or maybe what you didn't do. Thanks for not doing that. That can be another good one. But it's like it's a good feeling for, yes, the other person, they feel appreciated, but it's like we've given a gift. And when we give a gift, we feel good as well, especially when the other person receives that well. And so that it can even be a skill to receive appreciation well, so that then the person that's given the gift of thanks feels good about giving it, as opposed to someone says, oh, it was nothing. No, it's, oh, really appreciate what you've done there. That was fantastic. And thank you for putting the, oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing. It's like, oh, okay. So both giving and receiving appreciation well. And with these three things, what's enabled is a way of being, relating, and modeling to others how they may also then relate back to us. So it's like treat others as we would like them to be able to treat us as well. So, and in that there's a nourishing, there's a nurturing, there's a developing, there's a growing of the dynamic of healthy qualities in the relationship, good energy in the relationship that then becomes a powerful force for the strength and health of the relationship to continue. And again, with these three things, it's not just about close, intimate partnerships, but also that flows into other people as well, friends, family members, and even people that we work with to express kindness. So be kind in how we relate, be patient with other people, and be appreciative of what people do as well. And so that in that it's a nourishment. So I just wanted to bring that to light as a bit of a practice. It certainly aligns with some of the reflections that we had on the 4 spiritual emotions or qualities that the Buddha recommended. Metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. So kindness, loving kindness, friendliness, metta. Karuna as in compassion, caring concern for others. Mudita, joy, with and for others, joy in the good fortune of others. And then upekkha, equanimity, a calm composure in dealing with the challenges and stresses of situations in life. So these 3 things sort of fall into that domain as well. Any thoughts or considerations yourself around these 3 things, or maybe experiences that you've had where you're able to engage kindness, patience, appreciation, and saw it made a difference? Or maybe when you didn't do it, saw that made a difference as well. Brendan?
Yeah, so we had the in-laws here for just over a week from the US, and
right.
So that was an opportunity for me to practice a lot of patience with having that many people in the house. But I especially was conscious of not putting any pressure on my wife, given that it was a stressful, busy time for all of us and to have that many people here. So I was trying very hard every day to limit my frustration and to be patient with everyone, not just to try to make it a better experience for them, but also as a kindness to my wife, that it was a special time for her to have her family here, so not to detract from that with any frustration.
So it was her idea that they came.
Yes. I think she regretted it a few times, but no, she had a really good time. But it was a great opportunity for me, because I did see myself losing patience several times with just the chaos and making a mess of the house, and we had 4 teenagers there. It was
Right.
it was very testing, but so it's something I was very conscious of, and I think through that and her seeing me make that extra effort,
good.
It helps strengthen our relationship.
That's good. The saying, just to test how enlightened you are, invite the in-laws to stay.
Very good test.
Any other thoughts or reflections? People find at work that when people are kind, patient, and appreciative, there's a better connection, feel, vibe, support.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as well, when you have compassion and kindness, just helps you to just let things go.
Yeah.
It works both ways. It's just things pass by or quicker. Not holding on to things.
Yes, so certainly with the kindness and compassion, you can be more patient. It's very easy to get caught up in sort of the negativity bias, to see what's not done right, what's done wrong, towards people, towards oneself as well. But it can be a great practice to put in extra effort to focus on what people are doing or have done, or that's good, even if it's minute. Okay, we'll just focus on that, put a bit of light on that. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. So empower the good stuff. But I think that, again, it's about people going out of their way to be extra kind and patient and appreciative, especially showing appreciation, because we can often sort of not bother to say something, and it can be really, really hurtful for others. People can just even if they don't say anything, it's like, well, for years and years and years, no one's appreciated that I do this or do that, and now then they throw their hands up. I'm out of here, done, finished. Years I've been sort of unappreciated, ignored, maybe taken for granted, invisible. So it's again nourishing for everybody to engage in these things. So I guess you've also experienced when there hasn't been these three things, and the effect of that. Easy to leave. Yeah, when I was in the monastery, particularly in England, it was a time when there was a lot going on, establishing Buddhism in England, the monasteries in England, and a lot of time and energy was spent repairing and renovating these old buildings. They're all sort of old buildings. Some of them were hundreds of years old, and there wasn't, unfortunately, there wasn't much sort of thanks given, and it was monks and nuns were just really, really working themselves to the bone, so to speak, to do this sort of stuff. And I think, and it was also a time when a lot of people, monks and nuns that have been around for a number of years, just left, because like, well, not it's no thanks and appreciation. I can meditate more at like back home, rather than the monastery, where you're just hanging off the power tools all day. And so it's a time that many people did left, because they sort of became burnt out. And sure, it was a time when things needed to be done, but sometimes with the appreciation and kindness and so forth, then it sort of makes the task, the challenge, more easier. Brendan?
John, just a comment. I've been reading the book about karma that you gave me, and so it seems very much that we're not only generating good karma when we're kind and patient and appreciative, but also we're being kind of selfless there. So what I'm starting to understand about karma is that you're reinforcing the self, with karmic events, I guess. So, the negative karma or dark karma of being selfish and not patient, and so forth, that's creating more of a self-view. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so creating bright karma and being more selfless is helping you get away from that self-centered view,
sort of like wearing down the selfish karma sort of dynamic,
and changing that negative programming into positive
which can continue more and more, gathers momentum. And also by being more kind and patient and appreciative and doing good things, then it's it's reversing maybe negative trends that have been there in the past. So the Buddha said that human beings are one of the only creatures that can change their karma. So if we have done things that were selfish and self-righteous and self-centered and so forth, that we can counterbalance and wipe that out by going to the other wholesome, healthy, benevolent approach, making amends. And even if we don't need to, it's still good to do good things and act in a way that's wholesome and moral and skillful and wise, because it feels good. And people appreciate that. Other people feel good. And certainly, as the Buddha pointed out, it's a lot easier to sit and quieten the mind and calm the mind and focus the mind if one has been living and leading a life that's founded and grounded in virtue, in morality, in ethics, as opposed to the opposite, which makes it difficult to sit down and mind's not very quiet. So worried and upset and people that don't like you and so forth. So that if we live our life in a good way, we can feel good and easeful and happy in ourselves and sit down and the mind becomes collected and concentrated very easily.
And one last comment, I just sort of remind everybody too that the first day retreat that we had for the Vassa retreat is on our YouTube channel now. So if anybody missed it and wanted to go back and maybe have this Sunday have a self retreat, you could go and watch.
Great idea.
YouTube. Yeah. So the whole thing's on there. I've just edited out like the lunch break and the walking meditation, but everything else is on there. So yeah.
Good. Thanks, Brendan. That's great.
Yeah.
Good sharing.
Yeah. Catch up.
Yeah. And obviously then the next Vassa retreat day, Sunday, the 18th of August. So coming up. In the meantime, keep up with your meditation practice and look into and look after yourself, and also look out for others. So we'll finish up for tonight. Thanks for coming out. Have a great week and see you next time.
Thanks.